What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Shelby Lifestyle. I'm in the GT350R only for one reason today, and that is because today and yesterday they've been announcing the best driver's car, winner and drag race winner, and it kind of made me feel good about this car because think about it, back in 2016, this car almost won. It got second place. It got beat out by the McLaren 570S. Nonetheless, though, this is an amazing driver's experience, and it's always nice to remind yourself what was the best in the day back in 2016. Beautiful Southern California wine country. You guys see that? That's an old classic Stingray. That's incredible. I've always been a fan of those old Stingrays. I wouldn't necessarily buy one, I don't think, but something about those cars, they do look great. Guys, I have to come clean. Just because I'm getting a McLaren doesn't change the fact that I'm a hardcore Shelby Mustang enthusiast. And the reason I'm getting the car is actually for a reason most of you, I don't think, would have got. The only reason I'm getting this car is because since I am a hardcore track enthusiast, I love going to the racetrack, the road course, and putting down some fast lap times. This car is amazing. It's so much fun doing it. I want to have one exotic car for the road course. I use this car 100% of the time for the road course. And when I'm fighting the car, driving 10-10s, and I'm really sliding around and I'm enjoying myself, it always appalls me seeing a random person just pull up to the racetrack in an exotic car and they fly past me on the straightaways. It's actually very entertaining. And that's the one thing I have yet to truly experience is an exotic car, well, a supercar of my own, with that level of performance for the track. When I look at the McLaren 600 LT, I'm not looking at it as, oh, it's a hot new car that everyone wants to get. No, I'm looking at it as it's an LT, it's a track-focused car, and I guarantee you that the way I'll be driving it is not going to be the same as most other owners of the car. Now, most people that buy these exotic supercars, they want to show off that they're going to daily drive it, or they're just going to maybe modify it. That's all great. It's good stuff. But for me, personally, which is why I've opted for the roll bar and the harness, is because I truly, and I really do mean this, I want to track this car. I want to drive this car on the edge. Get inside of the GT350R, I'll never get the same experience than I would in an exotic car. That being the 600 LT and the Lamborghinis, they have DCTs, big paddle shifters left and right, and you shift and it's instant. For me, no, this is totally different, and that's why I love it, and that is why I will never get rid of my Shelby Mustangs, because those are truly the kind of driver's cars that I love. You know what, guys? I'll be honest with you. I have been waiting for the new Ford Shelby GT500. I've been super excited about it. I really wanted to see that car come out this year or be unveiled this year. But looking at it now, I think for a fact it will be unveiled at the Detroit Auto Show beginning next year. This car has been in development, guys, for so long. Think about it. The GT350s, you can get this car as a 2015 model year, and it's coming on 2019. The new refreshed body style is coming out soon. I'm also sure that the new GT500 will be a next generation Mustang, but remember, guys, a couple of months back, I believe like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that, it's been a long time, I made a video about how this new GT500 is going to be a hybrid Mustang. Well, guys, I might have been right, and I was talking to a very credible source there that actually works for the company. Now, he was telling me that this car actually uses an electric motor in the front. They've reportedly took apart a few Teslas in order to do some R&D to see how Tesla does their electronic motors. Now, this is just word of mouth, but we're starting to hear this much more often now. And if this car is in fact electric, that would explain why, number one, it weighs so much, 4,200 and I think 44 pounds. That's a lot. Think about this car, 3,700 pounds. Yeah, when you add a supercharger, that adds weight. And also adding coolers adds weight as well. But that's 500 pounds in added weight. That's a lot. An electric motor would explain why the car weighs so much. And it would also explain why they're taking so long to develop this vehicle. If you compare what Ford is doing with all the other manufacturers like Dodge, Chevy, they've been making new cars left and right. Dodge, instead of losing weight, they're just increasing the horsepower. They're just putting a wide body kit on it. Same thing with Chevy. They've got a ZL1. Now they're putting a big wing on it, big front splitter. That's fine. Same thing with the Corvette ZR1. The difference between Ford and these companies is, for example, Ford does something totally different. It's not the same at all. When they made this car, they completely went out of the box and went way further than they needed to go. They took apart a 458, designed a flat plane crank, 5.2-liter motor for a Mustang. That's incredible. That revs to 8,250. Guys, they didn't have to go this far. Ford didn't have to go to this extent, but they did. Which makes me believe that with the new GT500, they're going to do something unlike anything they've ever done before. This car was the first Mustang to use carbon fiber wheels. It's got a carbon fiber wing, or even a 8,000 RPM redline. Not just that, this is the highest horsepower naturally aspirated Mustang that they ever made. I can't believe that they just supercharged the 5.2-liter motor and throw it out there, because if that was the case, this car would have been built and been out to the public months ago. Also, that reminds me, so the Best Driver's Car winners came out yesterday. Wow, I didn't see it coming, I really didn't. The Lamborghini Performante won, which that car is incredible. It's the way they designed the ala system, it's unheard of. How different that car is to the normal Huracan, you can't even express it with words. And that car was actually beat, though, by a 720S, and they weren't even running the Trofeos. They were running the Corsa tires. For the 720S to get a sub 130 lap at Laguna Seca with Corsa tires, I don't know how. I don't know how McLaren does it. Not just that, on the straightaways for the drag race, that car beat everything else. And you would think a rear-wheel drive 700 plus horsepower car would spin similar to that of the Corvette ZR1, but no, that's the technology put in these exotic cars. As you'd expect, though, the GT2 RS beat everything else out there. What does blow my mind, though, is how the Porsche GT2 RS, which looks very close to a normal 911, could be so quick. I don't understand how it doesn't have no active aero systems. It's got a gigantic wing, yes, but the way it takes a corner, I don't know. They must be using some like voodoo technology. I don't even know. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to comment down below what you think. And what do you guys think about the Best Driver's Car? Do you think the Performante should have won? Do you think the Mustang GT Performance Package Level 2 should have got last? Also, do you like the car and driver system better? I personally, I do. I like how they level out each vehicle by price point. The Ford GT got beat by the Performante, the 720S, the GT2 RS, quicker than a Porsche 911 GT3. So, for a $500,000 Le Mans race car, that doesn't quite add up, does it? Make sure to subscribe for much more of the Shelby lifestyle, for some all-good American muscle, and for some upcoming McLaren 600 LT content. I can't wait to put that car to the test up against these two Shelbys. It's gonna be crazy. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.